in alongside.
First leg, Zoran to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, and if Lerchbacher did manage to end Hopp's hopes, it would be the Hypercane against a Hurricane. Tomorrow, Kim Huybrecht lies in wait. He's already seen off one Huybrecht
59
in getting onto the stage. Defeated Ronnie Huybrecht yesterday after beating Vincent Kamphaus. But this, for the people here, is all about Max Hopp.
Ah, Timo Gantz, Max Hopp's manager. You might remember he used to step in for Elmar as our MC sometimes, but has now moved on to the world of management. Because Timo Gantz is big time.
Well, we saw Hopp in the German Darts Masters produce a very good performance at this stage in defeating Robert Owen, but was unable to follow it up when he met Gerwyn Price.
I believe that was his highest recorded average against Robert Owen. As Lerchbacher
140
has to settle for a ton 40.
Yeah, before this tournament started, when the draw was made, you'd have probably fancied Hopp as the best hope of getting a home nation player through to the second day of action. The other three have fallen.
Not without fights, it has to be said. Rene Burns asked the question of Matt Clark, only beaten 6-4.
Yeah, no, a miscount cost him, didn't it? Rene Burns.
A bust score cost Bernd Royth
59.
as he was beaten 6-4 by Mark Webster.
17.
And Lerchbacher looks at 117. Treble 19 for tops. The treble is there. Double top.
97. Actually require 82.
Yeah, and the other German player was Gabriel Clemens, who lost out to Joe Mernon. So Hopp, the last home nation star standing. And has he missed the board?
42.
There he has.
Missed the board entirely.
Zoran, you require 20.
Well, can you believe it? Careless from the maximizer. That is right on the wire. And that is where it needs to be. And Zoran Lerchbacher
Signaling Max to throw first.
Well,
Game on.
into the lead, and that's certainly quietened down the crowd a bit, hasn't it?
Certainly has.
100.
Missing the board, not getting a dart at double. Can he put that to the back of his mind? There's only a hold for the Austrian. We've seen it. A few strange things there. We've seen some very good darts, but that's all. Earlier on, a player missed the board. Outside double top when needing 60.
Yeah, we've seen that there. We've seen the miscount from Rene Burn. We've seen Bernd Royth bust 108 with 2 darts. Spectacular from Bernie.
81.
Seen some spectacularly good stuff. Jan Decker, the standout performer of the day. 108 average from Double Decker, Mr. Coate.
134.
And Steve West only missed 1 dart at double in his 6-2 win over Chris Dobie. Been some very impressive stuff today. Can we see something very impressive from one of these two to round things off? A fitting way to round off day one of the European Darts Grand Prix here at the Glass Palace.
Certainly is top billing for the main man in German darts, but he finds himself a leg behind.
100.
And if Lerchbacher can find at least 1 treble here, his throw is under pressure. And he's found 1.
140.
And he's found 2 and left himself double top for Hopp. Looking at 127, and it may have to go. Treble 19. Doesn't get it.
59. Zoran, you require 40.
And this is not the star he was hoping for. Tops for Lerchbacher. Double 10. Similar to the last time he was down here, and the same result, and he doubles his lead.
Zoran Lerchbacher.
Well, a pair of double tens for Zoran Lerchbacher, both times missing just outside and then finding the bed with his second dart, and that's enough for a 2-0 lead for the Hypercane. And the Maximizer, the champion of German darts, the former world youth champion, of course. Well, he's on the ropes in the early stages.
We have met once before, this pair. That was in a qualifier for a European Tour event. And Max Hopp came out a 6-3 victor.
140.
Just the first meeting on the big stage. And it's Lerchbacher that's enjoying it more than the German at the moment.
100.
Well, Zoran was unable to win his tour card at Q School at the start of this year, but when I said that he's been picking up results, even though he's not had any deep runs into tournaments,
121.
the main games that stand out are the fact that he's beaten Adrian Lewis, did that at the start of last month, and he also beat Adrian Lewis in the UK Open qualifiers. Twice he has taken on the two-time world champion, and twice he's beaten him 6-4. Now, you don't do that to Adrian Lewis unless you're playing some good darts.
100.
So maybe there's a suggestion that Lerchbacher is making a bit of progress and could start to go a little bit deeper in some of the tournaments over the course of the year. As an Austrian, he has to come through the European qualifiers for these tournaments here in Germany, and they are tough. Max has to go through the European qualifiers for Gibraltar, which were also held last night. He was unable to get through.
96.
Beaten by Mike De Decker in the end. Can Lerchbacher go 3-0 up here? Well, he might, because he's got two darts. He needs both of them. And he uses them both. And Zoran Lerchbacher. Well, I think he's probably seen the treatment some fans have got playing the Germans tonight, particularly the likes of Mark Webster and maybe Matt Clark for a while. And he's perhaps surprised that he's not really being put through the mill by them, and it's because Hopp is not really giving them a great deal to shout about. Lerchbacher is doing a professional job on him.
Very professional job indeed. And every single out shot, including a dart planted just outside the double. The next one using that as a guide, and look, he's averaging over a ton.
100.
Well. The Hypercane, Zoran Lerchbacher, signalling his intent on the opening day of the European Darts Grand Prix. However, the job is only half done. 3 legs won, 3 more needed. And that's a good-looking dart for Max Hopp. Yeah, you see, so our cameramen thought so. They went full zoom.
440.
They went early, and Max is disappointed there. Well, where's the zoom for Zoran? Don't you believe in the Austrian's capabilities?
100.
Well, Max Hopp now.
161.
There's 161 left. Just needs something to get him going and to lift the crowd in here.
97.
Hasn't quite been happening, but he's well placed to get a leg on the board.
Yeah, one that he desperately needs as well. Well, a score of, say, 99 here, if he can find the treble 20.
59.
That's probably not enough.
64.
Lovely dart, double 8. Yeah, that's a lot better from Max Hopp. A 14-dart leg. Maybe the Maximizer can now just start to work his way back into this game, but he has given himself a lot of work to do. But the more he can do that, the more we can give the crowd something to cheer, the more they're going to get on the back of Zoran Lerchbacher, and they'll love more visits like that. I can bet you if there's anything like that towards the end of this game, if it goes close, there'll be boos and cheers and all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah, well, like Hopp,
100.
Lerchbacher has played in just one of the previous 3 European Tour events. in 2017, and he was beaten by Jamie Lewis a couple of weeks ago.
45.
Hopp having to win 4 matches last night to get his place here.
60.
I know he's under a lot of pressure as the highest hope in German darts, but you'd think his strike rate in qualifying would be a little bit better than it has been.
Well, it kind of needs to be if he's going to go and make the European Championship. The European Championship, the way they do it, the only way you get there, it's based on how well you do in these Euro Tour events. As Max Hopp misses out on a maximum. And if he's only making 1 in every 2, then he is forcing himself to do well. He's going to have to start making the final days of action. He's done that before, Max Hopp.
140.
But it's not been a regular occurrence for him.
But he's finding a way back into this match, isn't he, Max Hopp?
139.
Lovely stuff. Average around 100 for Hopp. Lerchbacher has dropped.
Plummeted, hasn't it? Down to the high 80s from the 100 it was at.
140.
That's better.
62.
Gets him to a potential 2-dart finish. But Max Hopp, double 10. Looking to break back. And that is exactly what Zoran Lerchbacher has been doing to him. Sticks one just outside the double bed and then fires the next dart right into it. 3-2 the break back, Hopp throwing to level the match and win a 3rd consecutive leg.
Was that young Nico Blum cheering on his idol?
It may have been. I didn't spot Nico there.
100.
Surely it's past his bedtime.
He was playing around this time a couple of weeks ago. Winning.
Yes, indeed. Running onto the stage.
100.
That's very good.
140.
But it's not quite perfect from Max Hopp. May have just sped up a shade, Max Hopp, as he's trying to find some way of getting going. He may just be feeling more confident now he's got a couple of legs on the board.
140.
Feeling a bit more at ease. The crowd are getting noisier. Yeah, that does look like Nico, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'll be interesting for him to watch Max Hopp's progress because he started out in a very similar way.
Yeah, similar age as well. I remember I first met Max when he was 16 years old, I think.
Well, he was the youngest player to appear at a European Tour event, wasn't he, Hopp?
Yes.
Beat Blum by a couple of months.
Yes. We thought Blum had set the record. In actual fact, he was a couple of months off it.
43.
Just the 43. Lerchbacher hit a ton 40 from this position in the last leg, and it didn't really matter because Hopp was able to go out on 62. Oh, well, he's looked there going, I need to try and leave a finish. And he's managed to save himself with a treble 19 in the end.
Well, that's an awkward dart to get past. So he's stepped across and he's found a route. That's fantastic from Hopp. Steps back, takes aim, just misses. So Lerchbacher, having found a way to leave a finish, now gets a shot.
1 to 2 treble 19s. That is not going to happen. Now Max Hopp returns to the board. He could go straight to the double 19 or he could split it. I think he's looking over to the right hand side, so may split it. That's exactly what he does. Double 16. Double 8.
22.
3 darts missed in total for Max Hopp to restore parity. That was for a 3rd consecutive leg for the German. And Lerchbacher could really hurt him here. Could really hurt him on double 5. Oh my word! He has bust his score by hitting a massive 12. He's nowhere near the double 5. And he is punished by Hopp. It's 3 on the bounce for the 20-year-old German, to the delight of the crowd here in Sindelfingen. And can Lerchbacher just control his nerves? Well, maybe not is the answer. Maybe not at all.
Well, what is happening here? The last 4 darts that Lerchbacher has launched have been, well, to say they're wayward is an understatement.
That's straight. And that's a lot better.
Welcome back, Zoran.
There we go.
140.
Much better, Zoran.
Got to say, Hypercane is an unpredictable weather phenomenon.
109.
First maximum for the maximizer. Good job he hit one, really. That was his nickname.
59.
Yeah, it could be done under the Trade Description Act if he failed to fire in a 180. Do another one, Max.
140.
Well, 5 treble 20s in a row. And it could well be a 4th leg on the bounce. And credit to Max Hopp here. Last game of the night, last German left standing. The big hope they've got for this tournament, and indeed in darts in general right now. 3-0 down to Zoran Lerchbacher. And he has found a way to come back at him. And he's going to look at double 12 when he returns to go into the lead for the first time. He's always impressed me with his maturity, Max Hopp. And I think he's shown
60,
a degree of that in the opening stages of this game. 3-0 down. And 3 darts missed for a 4-3 lead.
132.
But again, his Austrian opponent only allowed a long shot. And one that's not going to happen. So Hopp will return, trying to find the target that, well, Lerchbacher nearly hit in the previous leg unintentionally. Hopp couldn't find it with 3 darts. Last visit, double 12.
And he missed a few darts in the last leg before he got over the line. That's 5 now. And he's busted his score.
Zoran, you require 76.
And Zoran Lerchbacher, once again, is handed an opportunity to sneak back into the lead. 1 dart at tops. And it's 4-3. And Lerchbacher, just when it looked like he was going to slip behind for the first time, and the crowd silenced once again here in Sindelfingen.
Well, it was a steal, wasn't it, from Lerchbacher? It's like taking the lead in a race because the front runner fell over.
Well, Max Hopp, despite coming back from 3-0 down, is only 3 for 13 on his doubles.
134.
And that is going to cause him problems if it continues. It should be said, we saw earlier on Dimitri Vandenberg start missing some doubles.
140.
And then he came good towards the end of the game in his victory over Mervyn King at just the right time. So there's still time for Max to turn this around. He's had a sticky patch in the middle of this game where he's missed the majority of those darts at double.
Yeah, so it's a format that these players are used to playing, but it is relatively short.
97.
And, well, you would observe and say that Max Hopp is probably playing the better darts. It's quite easy to find yourself behind. Another factor is that it's slightly behind schedule, so, you know, these players try and practice to produce their peak at the time they expect to be on stage.
$100.
Yeah, well, Zoran Lerchbacher is going to have to find a treble to get down to any kind of finish, and that's not the treble that he wanted. So things are looking up for Max Hopp as he aims to level the match once more. That's Max's girlfriend.
Cheering me on. 1, 2, 3.
$55.
Well, Max is still going to get darts for the leg before Zoran, but the way the last couple of legs have gone,
68.
he might need more than one. And Zoran, well, he's got grounds for optimism.
What does he do here?
Oh, well, I never.
No score.
That is...
Zoran, you require 164.
That is inexplicable.
Well, this would hurt.
Max just hit a single 5 there and then tried to hit 25 to leave double 19. Am I right in reading that?
68.
That's a very odd shot.
I only think he got the maths wrong. But he's got the dart right here.
Max Hopp made that very, very difficult for himself. And I think you saw a lot of relief as well as a bit of anger in that celebration from the Maximizer. He still has to find a break of throw. When he put himself in a position to get
60.
one in the 7th leg, he missed 6 darts for it. I don't think he'll be able to miss that many again and get away with it.
So he needs 2 more legs to keep German hopes alive. But the Austrian has got a thing or two to say about that.
The number 7 seed, Kim Huybrechts, an ever-present on the European Tour and a winner in this venue, awaits the winner of this one. And we still don't know who that's going to be, but Max Hopp's second maximum increases the likelihood that it'll be the German.
Well, he talked about giving himself a chance to break the throw. This is it. Now in front, a long way in front. A long, long way in front. Hopp on a potential 11 darter for a very timely break. Back-to-back maxes from the Maximizer.
100, Max, you require 81.
With time running out in this game for Max Hopp to find a break, he might be able to do it in the 9th leg here for an 11 darter double 12. And there it is. What a leg of darts from Max Hopp. An 11 darter, the best we've seen in this game. A break of throw, and for the very first time, the German leads. He is now 1 leg away from a meeting with Kim Huybrechts and throwing for the match.
Well, to turn
140.
a well-known phrase on its head, he's gone from the ridiculous to the sublime.
It's not quite one yet.
140.
And similar to how Dimitri Vandenberg, the finishing, which deserted him in the middle part of the game against Mervyn King and caused him problems, just when it really mattered, it came back. I know Max busted his score of 68, but the way he took it out last start, the very next visit, was impressive because he was on the ropes there. And then he fires in the 11 darter. And now we zoom in for Zoran, but he's unable to produce the maximum.
One fan in particular was poised to celebrate the 180, but was devastated that he was unable to. Max Hopp now
140.
closing in.
Well, look, Max Hopp, I think he stays on the treble 20 when he puts a dart just below it and makes it harder far too often. But the fact that he does it so much means he is quite adept at finding his way through to the treble 20 more than most, and he's done it superbly there, and he desperately needed to. And it's left him 1-2-1 for the match. An 11 darter got the break that he needed. A 12 darter will win it, and that's what he's got! Max Hopp produces 2 stunning legs and delights the crowd here in Sindelfingen. The 20-year-old German does make it through to the 2nd round. He will face the Belgian Kim Huybrechts, the number 7 seed, tomorrow. That completes the lineup for the 2nd day of action here at the HappyBet European Darts Grand Prix. Max Hopp will be there and in the hunt for a place in the final day of action. Michael Van Gerwen will be here. Peter Snakebite Wright will be here. Dave Chizzy Chisnell, so good in the Premier League, late